coming up, so come on. We've been prepping, yeah, we're 50 years strong. So if you're knocking on our door, we're ready to help you learn and explore. We're creating whatever you want to be. We're explaining how you can succeed. It's amazing everything you can achieve at Mohawk.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison Fitzpatrick.
And I'm Nick Jambrosic. Welcome to one of several half-hour shows dedicated to the life and times of Mohawk College.
Why are we celebrating? Well, it's the 50th anniversary of the community college system in Ontario, and Mohawk College can hold its head high when it comes to being a part of a great post-secondary system. As our theme song says, it's amazing.
Each one of our programs has a different theme, and this one is all about the aspects of technology here at Mohawk College.
When Mohawk began its life as a post-secondary institution, the focus was on technology, and over the years, that technology has grown exponentially. The growth of computers has meant that technology has been able to grow and expand to the point where anything seems possible.
Today, we're going to look at just 3 of the many technologies that have meant producing students who have skills which can be used in a myriad of workplaces and careers. Those technologies are developed when someone has a concept for a new product. That's where IdeaWorks comes in. IdeaWorks is for students looking for help to start up their technical business ideas and to enhance creative thinking through the use of technology.
IdeaWorks is a research and innovation program that collaborates with industry partners along with faculty, staff, and students to help small businesses and organizations get on the right track to business success. There are 3 main areas for IdeaWorks: the eHealth and mHealth Development and Innovation Center, MEDIC, Mohawk Energy Resource Center, MERC, and Additive Manufacturing Resource Center, AMRC. MEDIC is a space where researchers, businesses, and healthcare organizations can collaborate to design, develop, and test mobile health applications and also electronic health record systems. MERC is where Mohawk students and staff work with industry representatives on research projects, smart grids, industry networking, power quality, and energy storage systems. AMRC is our metal and plastic 3D printing facility that can collaborate with individuals who are just starting their businesses to larger organizations in just about any field to create test materials, evaluate production, and their design.
So it would seem the sky is the limit when it comes to new ideas being made possible with the help of IdeaWorks. Vice President Academics Paul Armstrong has joined us in studio to talk about how IdeaWorks got its start and why it is so important. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for being here. So IdeaWorks is a research and innovation program that helps small businesses grow. What is the typical procedure when a student brings an idea to the table?
So IdeaWorks is a unit in the academic area on campus that, as you said, supports innovation and research, both from the faculty and student perspective. So IdeaWorks collects the resources, and through other areas on campus, such as Surge, students bring ideas forward. They get support around business plan development. They get mentorship with either industry partners or faculty partners. But IdeaWorks is really the incubator that helps bring all of it together, that so student ideas can be developed and become what's going to lead us into the future.
Amazing. Are any businesses that come to mind that IdeaWorks has helped in a positive way ending in success?
Yeah, there's one that comes to mind. There's been lots of opportunities, but one you're probably aware of, the Medic Alert system.
Yes.
So individuals with existing medical conditions are identified using Medic Alert. With the current bracelet technology, they need to, first responders need to call and they need to find out, which takes time, what that condition might be, what their allergies are, especially if they're non-responsive. So student groups have actually identified an app that first responders can now use so that when they come upon someone with the Medic Alert, they know immediately what the challenges are, they can support them much more quickly and improve their chance of outcome. So that was an app developed through IdeaWorks based on a need.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
Amazing work that these students can bring and ideas. That's great.
Yeah.
IdeaWorks was involved with the AMRC and the startup of the 3D printers. So in a nutshell, what did that whole process include?
So the AMRC is, we live in an area where advanced manufacturing has been the root of the economy and still continues to be a major driver of the economy. And 3D printing is one of those disruptive technologies that's going to change how business and industry develop products and prototype them in a way that's done more quickly and in a way that's done more responsive to their own needs. So the AMRC has really been designed to help facilitate that. So that research center works with business and industry. It's supported by students. We receive funding through NSERC and other funding pots that have provided us with the financial resources to help connect the great work that students and faculty do with industry to help them develop and prototype products, to do research around materials, and generally advance the whole advanced manufacturing industry here in Hamilton.
Wow. Wow. And what is the future plans in terms of how you want this program to expand?
So the idea is that IdeaWorks and applied research in general and the college system has a couple of goals. Obviously, we're here to support our industry partners. We're here to provide faculty with the opportunities to integrate real life and real problems into the curriculum. We're also here to try and connect as many students to research as possible. So my goals would be, we want to look at new streams of research. So we're currently very strong in the area of health technologies through MEDIC, advanced manufacturing, as you said, we're leaders in energy research, but looking at what are the new streams, what are the whole areas that we can support better. In our new building that is being constructed on campus, we've identified that a Center of Excellence in climate change in partnership with both the City of Burlington and Hamilton might be a logical next step. So really in general, it's about how do we better support industry? How do we better connect students and faculty to those real life research opportunities that are going to not just improve their future, but improve the future of our communities generally.
Amazing, amazing. Well, I'm looking forward to all the new things that IdeaWorks has to offer with the school and the Hamilton community as well.
Great.
Thank you so much for being here. It was great talking with you.
Great, thank you for the opportunity.
Well, we'll be back with more examples of how technology is making a difference for students as our celebration of Mohawk College's 50th anniversary continues right after this.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, you're watching one of the several shows we've put together to celebrate 50 years of community colleges in Ontario, and more specifically, Mohawk College.
Charles W. Hull created 3D printing in the 1980s in the United States. In the beginning, it sounded like science fiction, being able to print an exact replica of almost anything. 2 years ago, thanks to the IdeaWorks and the Additive Manufacturing Resource Center, Mohawk College entered the wonderful world of 3D printing.
Some of the best ideas come from our faculty and students. One of the latest enhancements to be found at the college is the 3D Printer Lab. Using the 3D printer, students and faculty can create models, prototypes, tooling, and production parts out of different materials. Mohawk's Additive Manufacturing Resource Center is the first center in Ontario that can produce metal parts. The 3D printers enable students and faculty members to produce parts out of titanium, aluminum, nickel, stainless steel, and bronze. A direct metal laser sintering printer is available to test variations in a part's shape, weight, thickness, and density using different grades of metal powder alloy. The lab's plastic 3D printers will also allow industry partners to create preliminary designs before commissioning metal parts or to test new product designs. The center focuses on 4 main categories of products: testing the feasibility of producing existing products with existing designs using additive manufacturing technology in place of conventional processes; optimizing existing product designs to improve functionality and quality while reducing costs; designing and developing new products using additive manufacturing; and finally, developing and testing new materials to manufacture products using additive manufacturing.
3D will continue to grow as they find more metals and different materials for 3D printing use. Additive Manufacturing Resources Projects Manager Jeff McIsaac is familiar with what having the 3D lab at Mohawk has meant for students as well as their industry partners. Jeff, thanks for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're very welcome. So first of all, what is the procedure in terms of bringing the 3D printer to Mohawk College, and what has it meant for students?
The 3D printing lab, or the Additive Manufacturing Resource Center, as it's more formally called, was established with the help of the CFI, which is the Canada Foundation for Innovation, and it's also supported by NSERC, which is one of Canada's largest, or probably the largest federal granting agency. It was the vision of Professor Robert Gerritsen, who is one of our faculty members here in mechanical engineering, and we're fortunate to have him. He's one of Canada's leading experts in additive manufacturing and 3D printing. So we brought in the resources not only for the education of our students, but also of our industry partners and of the community as a whole. Understand what we can do with 3D printing and also maybe what we can't do with 3D printing.
Now, do you think students are leaving the college more prepared now that they can add hands-on use with 3D printing on their resume?
Absolutely. A number of our students get co-op jobs with our industry partners. And I've had conversations with people where the expectation coming out of a college education maybe is some experience in design or CAD or some standard tools like that, and we can add to that we also have hands-on experience with the machines. We know the software, we know the materials they use. They're leaps and bounds ahead of some other students at other institutions.
Now, do you think 3D printing is the future in certain programs, not just this one in particular?
Well, I think 3D printing is the future for a lot of stuff. We had a conference here just a month ago for 3D printing for health, where we had over 60 people from different institutions looking at how 3D printing is changing the medical industry and how it's being used for health. Another interesting story that we heard actually at that conference was that NASA has put a 3D printer on the space station. And it's up there because now instead of sending up a rocket with spare parts, they just email them a file and then they build their own spare parts in space. There's all sorts of different things that are happening, and as new materials and new systems come online and new offerings are available, I mean, you can make a 3D printer in your living room now for under $1,000. You can build one yourself. So there's all sorts of things that are changing, and I think it's going to impact everybody's everyday lives in the near future.
So 3D printing is really allowing everyone to have the resources that you wouldn't normally have if you didn't have the budget.
Absolutely.
So why is 3D printing such a big deal for college students nowadays?
Well, I think because of the fact that it's going to be such an important technology. It is still an emerging or disruptive technology, but because it's going to become so important in so many different fields, I think having access to that kind of exposure to that kind of technology at this level is a huge benefit, and it's going to help them shape where they want to go in the future and how they can add value when they do go out to the workforce.
So we were the first college in Ontario to have 3D printing. Does having that head start benefit our students against other colleges in Ontario?
Absolutely, I think. There are a number of other institutions that are looking at 3D printing now. Some new labs are going to come online. But because we do have a year or two experience under our belts, our students are well advanced from where the students from other colleges will be. We have university partners who come to us. Their students are looking to get their master's degrees, their PhD, and they're using our resources to do that kind of work because we're the only ones, or one of the only ones, who has access to that technology. So the advantage that we have in offering our students that has been fantastic.
Jeff McIsaac, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
The celebration of Mohawk College in its 50th year continues after this. Welcome back. As our celebration of all things Mohawk continues, who would have ever thought that drones would be used in school programs for educational purposes? Now, in several programs at Mohawk College, we're able to use drones for educational purposes, helping students adapt to the latest and future technology.
Drones have found a home at Mohawk and are being used in several courses. They are a perfect way to enhance the learning experience when it comes to filming for television, journalism, photography, and pre-media students, as well as aviation technician students. It's a chance for students to get a first-hand look at some 21st century technology. Drone instruction was made possible by an applied research and innovation grant from the college. The college has purchased 4 DJI Phantom 3 drones. They are battery powered and are operated by software that can be downloaded to an iPhone or iPad. They can fly as high as 6,000 meters or more than 19,000 feet. They weigh in at about 1.2 kilograms or 3 pounds and have a range of a kilometer or just over a half mile. The drones can stay in the air for about 25 minutes. As can be expected from any new piece of technology, and especially technology that can fly over people, places, and things, safety comes first. Students will receive certification as part of their course, and the college is prepared to implement any new rules set out by the Ministry of Transportation in the near future.
Drones may be the future for not just media programs, but other programs and companies in general. Broadcasting, television, and communication media professor Brian Wilrich is somewhat of an expert on drones and their use here at the college, and he's joined us in studio. Welcome, Brian. It's always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Awesome. So tell me, how did drones become such a big part in the Mohawk curriculum?
You know, drones have been around for years, and we felt it was time that we did some work with drones and taught students the basic operation and rules and regulations of drones. You know, they've been used widely now in the film and television industry, so, you know, it was time that we started with them as well.
Right. Yeah, so you've been using them in TV and journalism. What other programs are capable of using such technology?
You know, here at Mohawk, our Police Foundation program has been using them, I think, for at least 5 years. They were the first program to start using them, mainly because the police department has been using them around the world for years, and they felt it was necessary that their students get trained on them.
It makes perfect sense. There are obviously some safety concerns when flying drones. Do the students learn about that in class, or?
In the course I teach with the third-year students presently, and I touch on it a bit with the second-year students, we look at some of the many rules and regulations presently in place and put in place by the Ministry of Transport. That's all under review right now. We're working fairly closely with the ministry to help develop new rules and regulations. But right now, there's a lot of them.
Right.
In order for someone to become officially certified to fly a drone for commercial purposes, meaning they're going to make money with them, they have to spend about 100 hours online.
Wow.
Going through a course, they get a certificate, and then they get approved by the ministry to fly it commercially.
Wow. It's a lot of work just for, you know, flying a toy, some might say, but it's definitely a powerful piece of equipment, so it's understandable. What do students learn when being instructed for the use of drones?
So along with some of the rules and regulations, I take them into the gymnasium, the debark here at Mohawk, and each one at a time, gets a chance to actually fly it themselves. I take on the role as a co-pilot, instructing them as to how to operate it, but they hold the controls, they actually fly it, take off, land, the whole bit.
Wow, that must be fun.
It is. Drones are a lot of fun.
Yes, I imagine. Someone has said that it's hard to find a television show or a movie that doesn't employ drone footage. Do you agree with this statement?
Geez, they're widely used now. I think on the Grey Cup, this past weekend there was one used. I remember seeing a shot that wasn't from a blimp or a helicopter. It looked like a drone, but they are used a lot and more every day. Yeah.
Right. And sorry for the pun, but is the sky the limit for the use of drones?
Yeah, who knows where it's going to take us. There are new manufacturers, excuse me, coming out almost weekly with new drones, new type of drones. They now have drones that will go underwater and in the air.
Wow.
So I guess really the sky and the water is the limit.
Amazing. So have you seen a lot of students create any footage or movies or anything like that?
Presently, the insurance doesn't allow students, unless they are fully certified, to fly a drone outside. So I go out with the students who are working on a production, and I will fly the drone, and they will act as the co-pilot, the assistant, so they can make use of the footage in their productions.
Are there any plans looking, forward and using the drones? Is there anything that you guys are working towards? Any projects?
We're hoping that students will be certified and legally and through insurance purposes allowed to fly the drones outside. We've put in an application into the ministry. We're told there's about 1,500 applications pending right now in Ontario, and we're hoping that'll happen soon.
Well, thank you so much, Brian, for being in studio today. It's always a pleasure. And thank you for bringing in the drones for our viewers and our audience today as well.
You're very welcome.
Well, we'll be right back after this as our celebration of 50 years at Mohawk College continues.
Welcome back. Now, Madison, I understand you're involved in a special research project. What is this project about?
So basically, it's the Anniverary project, where a few students are chosen from each program: TV, journalism, graphic design, and we create virtual reality in 360 stories.
Now, how will 360 and virtual reality change your storytelling?
Well, basically, as a journalist, I plan on putting augmented reality and interactive contents in the story so it's better for viewers.
And as a journalism student involved in this program, what do you hope to gain from it in the future?
Basically, just a lot of experience creating stories that are visually appealing and informative to viewers.
Oh, that sounds fantastic, Madison. I wish you all the best in the future.
Thank you. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our look at 3 ways technology is making a difference in education at Mohawk College.
This has been just one in a series of programs dedicated to the 50th anniversary of community colleges in Ontario this year, and specifically Mohawk College. For more information about all of the events associated with Mohawk's 50th anniversary, go to www.mohawkcollege.ca/50th. Thanks for watching.
This is the start of something amazing. This is the start.
I'm Brian Woolrich, media instructor here in the television department, and happy anniversary, Mohawk. You don't look a day over 49.
Oh, I see the future.
Hi there, I'm Linda Rourke, a graduate of the broadcasting television program here at Mohawk College from a few years ago. Congratulations to 50 years, Mohawk College. It was great being part of this school, and here's to another 50 years of making students future ready.